Instead, it's two absolute demons. Jose Aldo versus Merab Dvalishvili, I think that's how it's pronounced, is in the works apparently for August 20th. That would also be that UFC 278 card. Now, there was a movement to kind of get him a title shot already based on his winning. But BC, I got to tell you, and you go first here, I absolutely love this fight. Do you?
Yes, I do. And what's awesome is that, Dvalishvili at number 6, Aldo at 3. It's not that this fight was never, in the universe of likely or talked about. I just don't feel like anybody was talking about it. We were sort of linking all those names in other avenues. Luke, this is the fight Merab needs, the name he needs at this time on his resume to catapult himself into that direct title conversation. And for Aldo, it's like, okay, you want to be at this level. Could we have put you in against Dillashaw? Maybe. But I think the fact that Aldo just fought for a title and lost badly does sort of slow down the need to speed him into one at the moment. The problem with that is you got to beat hammers. You got to earn your spot in the rankings. Like, they're making Jose work here. But Luke, style contrast wise, this is a hell of a fight, dude. I mean, can Merab gas him? We saw Dvalishvili get tuned up in the first round against, what's his name, Luke? Remember that crazy fight? Was that against Marlon Moraes? Yeah.
Yes.
It's Jose can have moments here. Jose can fit. I mean, this is going to be wild, and it's got so much value to it in this title picture. And I thought it was interesting that this is the direction they went. But for a fight that I really hadn't thought about all that much, yeah, dude, appointment viewing. Like you remember that the thing I would always bring to the stag parties, right?
The bag o' porn?
Yes. It sounds ridiculous, right? And, you go to I don't know if they do stag parties anywhere but Connecticut, but it's a fucking thing here. Like, you don't even need to know the person who has the stag party. Somebody's just like, hey, you buy a ticket for my buddy, and for $20, it's all the beer you can drink and a buffet of shitty food. I mean, it's great. But Luke, these gifts in the raffle, there could be a PlayStation in there, could be golf clubs, there could be like box seats to the Red Sox game. But dude, you go to the right industrial town and you drop bag o' porn in there, it don't matter how much it costs to put that together. Those old guys will grab that shit first and then start passing it around. Then there'll be a convention in the corner of the stag hall of these guys, this is bag o' awesome. Like, all the way, you can see the similarities.
I like how some people show up to the stag party. It's like, I got box seats for the Sox game. It's like, I got tickets to the floor of the Knicks. And then you show up, you're like, I've got Captain Stabbin'. Who's interested? I
mean, the key to making the bag of porn idea work, to be honest, to be fair, is to get the most ridiculous, grossest magazines you can find. And then in like obscene lettering, right, in giant letters, bag-o- the rest, Luke. And something about that, it just charms old men. You know what I mean?
Gross. Old men, but yes.
The kind that don't know there is an internet, Luke, okay? Those type of old men,
Let me just say this. If you look, getting back to Merab very quickly, folks may not remember this. He lost his first 2 UFC fights. He lost to Frankie Saenz and Ricky Simon. Ricky Simon, obviously a very good fighter. But since then, he beat Terrion Ware, Brad Katona, Casey Kenny. This is where it starts to turn. Gustavo Lopez, and in his last 3, John Dodson, Cody Stamann, who's on this card this weekend, and then Marlon Moraes in the last fight. And as you indicated, a bit of a tough first round, but dude, he came back. Would you agree? People talk about who's got the best cardio in MMA. It's probably Merab. I've never seen someone who can have that high an amount of output that long, especially when he's using it in the way that he's like scrambling and wrestling all the fucking time. He's amazing.
You like to use that term, weaponizing the cardio. This guy's, he's got all the way. I mean, the way he's able to do that, look, there's certainly a few guys that are champions in the top 10 pound for pound, Usman included, who we can talk about. High motors, incredible output over 5 rounds, fight at a high level. But yeah, I'd like to see when this guy starts moving up to full-time 5-rounders, how much that raises him to another level. Because obviously he can wrestle and where is his striking at? I mean, he took some damage against Moraes, Luke.
Well, that's been the knock on him. His cardio is always like out of this world. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like it. On the other hand, you would have to agree, the rest of his game, it's coming along in the striking department, but it's very much unpolished. Conversely, Jose is a sniper when he needs to be. So in many ways, it's a bad matchup. But if Merab can hang on and force Jose to work, Could get interesting. Could get interesting.
Oh, yeah. Give me that. You know what I mean? Give me that. When is that? Where is that? August?
August 20th, Salt Lake City. Same card as Leon. And again, it's in the works. It's not signed, but it's in the works for that UFC 278 card. So could be big.
Hey, dude, by the way, just to get people excited about life, because I think you should all pause and, smell the green grass once in a while. This summer into early fall for both combat sports, from the standpoint of appointment viewing, right? I mean, I could just name things like Joshua Usyk 2, Spence Crawford, right? Like I can name things like that in boxing where you're like, oh, okay, BC's right. But Luke, the potential of all these other great matchups mixed with like, is John Jones going to debut fighting for the heavyweight title to close this year? Like there is so much. Damn, what a year, what a time. Luke, we picked a great time